working on a new doodle. I didn't think of showing you guys how I do these. So I'll finish this one and then I'll start another one so you can see me actually putting the doodle on paper. I'm sorry, I totally forgot that I should show you the whole process. So here we go. Mhm. Just a moment, bear with me here. Trying to get the lighting. Okay. Hi, Mabel Vogue 3768. Or I'm not sure what the numbers are. 65. Grand Rising. So I'm working on this doodle. It's called Breaker of Chains. And yeah, I forgot to include you guys on the actual putting the doodle onto paper. But now I'm just going to be inking it in. And this is where you can get into the Zen mode and just ink it in. So when I'm doodling, I'm thinking of breaking chains, not being tethered to addictions, bad habits, or habits that no longer serve you, right? They don't have to be bad, but if it's a habit that just doesn't fit your life anymore, doesn't fit your path, then you can think about breaking that chain and moving on in a good way, moving forward, not staying in stagnant energy, and yeah, becoming free again and finding who your true self is without being chained to what no longer serves you, what is no longer in your scope of life. You know? Just a moment, I'm trying to get comfortable here. Okay. I need to adjust my camera a little bit. Okay, so I'm just gonna do the outline here. Okay, so now I need my erasers. So where did I put those? Hopefully not too far. Just a moment. I need to find. Where did I put my good erasers? I'm not seeing them anywhere, so I'll have to open up a new soft eraser. Oh man. Oh man, I hope my dogs didn't find them. Maybe my dogs ate my erasers. Did he eat my erasers? Did you? She looks really guilty. Oh, I guess I'll just go ahead and open this. Oh man. So this is like a putty. It really picks the graphite off of the paper real easily. It's sticky. It's got a sticky consistency, and it works like a charm. But I also like to use the Staedtler white rubber eraser with it. I'll use this and then I'll go back in with the Staedtler. And I can't find them. I I was sure I had it in the drawer there. It might still be in there. I might have to take some things out and look real well. But anyway, this will do for now. I can always go back in when I find it. Okay, now I will try and form it back into that little square that how it came in the plastic. Well, I guess I could find a baggie or something to put it in, but it comes with plastic, so might as well put it back in there. There, just like I didn't open it. Kinda. Okay. Now I'll put it back in the drawer so the puppy dogs don't want to come and eat my eraser again. Boy, oh boy. Kind of a feeling they might have eaten my eraser. Hopefully not. Hopefully it's just me not remembering where I put it. Maybe it's in my pencil case that I have at work. I left at work. Okay, that's probably the case. I'll stop blaming my dogs. Okay. Yeah, so like I was saying earlier, as I'm inking this in, I'm thinking about all of the things that I want to let go of, that I want to break the chains from, you know? All the little things that no longer serve my vibration, you know, in my new journey in life. Things that I no longer need to carry. Old habits that no longer jive. Old behaviors, you know. You get used to doing something because that's all you've known in your life. But there comes a point when you realize, oh my God, why am I spending my energy on this when I should be spending my energy on my new path and my new way of living, so that, you know, your essence isn't being drained by what no longer serves you, serves your higher purpose. Okay, trying to get comfortable here. Maybe I should slide my seat forward. Oh, that's not going to work. I should have thought about that a little bit more this morning. Okay. I like to zoom in so that you can see the detail of me drawing, but sometimes I forget that I start to wander off of the camera frame, and then I'm doodling along and realize that you guys weren't able to see anything that I was doing. So it's a fine balance of zooming in and staying in camera frame. Oh, there are some more people in here. Uh, Izzy G7F, Grand Rising. Welcome to my live stream. If you like what you see, give me a like, subscribe, comment, and share, or just hang out and relax. Welcome to my Doodle zone. This is my Zen zone. You can hear my fish tank, water falling, and hopefully it doesn't make you want to go to the washroom. Sometimes running water has that effect. But thankfully to my sister-in-law, my tank water is clearing up. Earlier, a few months ago, we overfed the fish and all the organic waste in the water column turned the tank really murky. This kind of brownish green tinge, and I could barely see my fish, but my sister-in-law said add some charcoal. So I had 2 small bags of charcoal that you replace in your water filter, and I threw those in. And since then, I've noticed a big difference, but it's still very, very murky. I've noticed the difference, but I don't think it was enough charcoal. So I'll have to go to the pet store and grab some more. Yeah. My fish are in a murky tank right now, but hopefully that changes soon. And I keep testing the water. I have test strips, so the ammonia and nitrates are not high or anything. It's just the visibility, right? The turbidity, if you want to get technical. I know a little bit about water because I have taken Renewable Resources Technology program in the Batcha campus of the Aurora College here. Graduated in '93, and we learned how to test, bodies of water, and we used a Siki disc to lower down into the water column to grade the turbidity of the water, and which means the murkiness, So if the Siki disc is down 15 feet, can you see the white and black on this round disc? It's like cut in 4 with 2 black sections and 2 white sections. You lower it down, and yeah, you don't go down 15 feet. Depends on how deep your water column is. But usually you'll lower it down far enough until you can no longer see the Siki disc. And then you record the how many meters down the Siki disc is. And then you do some calculations, and that will tell you what the turbidity of the water is. Turbidity meaning the murkiness of the water. And yeah, you also want to record how much diffuse oxygen is in the water column, because diffuse oxygen is what fish rely upon to breathe underwater. So the dissolved oxygen would, wash against the gills of the fish and allow them to resuscitate. Resuscitate, or what's the other word? Not resuscitate. There's another technical term for fish to breathe underwater, and it's not coming to me right now. So resuscitate is when you're doing mouth to mouth, and you're helping someone breathe again. Yeah, we did a lot of wilderness first aid, and I think that's why that word came up. Resuscitate. We had to be able to bring people out onto the land safely and be prepared for any disaster. So wilderness first aid was a big part of that program. Being able to survive out on the land with little or no survival gear, using what you had on hand. So, you're not typically going to have a stretcher or an oxygen tank with you when you're out on the land and you have an emergency. So you're taught to use what you have. So if you have an axe, trees, clothing, that's what you use to help anyone who's injured or needs the help to get back safely. Yeah, and part of that wilderness first aid is knowing when, despite all your efforts, you may not be able to help the person come back. And I think that's important to know, because if you are involved in a disaster, you may harbor feelings of guilt, like, what if I could have did more to help that person and stuff like that. But reality is, you can only do so much, and it's pretty much, I believe, up to the Creator. on whether or not, you know, that person's journey is finished or not finished. And no matter what we do, it's not up to us to determine when that person's journey is finished or not. There's so many times in my own life where, you know, if it wasn't my destiny to be here, I would have been gone a long time ago, many times. But, you know, I believe you stay here until you're not needed here anymore. You know, there's a divine plan that I believe is predetermined before you come. And yeah, so that's what I believe anyway. Mhm. I'm going to change this. Bring it out a little bit more. Here. There, I think that looks better than what I had. Now I will start inking in around the blast site. I noticed that there's a lot of energy in my drawings lately, and I do believe because I'm in a transformation stage in my life, and the energy is pretty high. Transformation takes energy, you know. If you look at the caterpillar in the chrysalid, or the cocoon, the caterpillar puts silk around itself, closes itself up into this chrysalid, or cocoon, and then the insect, or this larval stage of the butterfly, turns itself into soup. So the caterpillar's body parts turns into a liquid, and everything rearranges itself into a butterfly. They call it metamorphosis, and it is amazing. Like, it's magic. Like, how does that happen? How can you know, take yourself apart and reform yourself into something totally different? Like, it's just crazy amazing what happens, you know. It's life is so magical. Nature all around us, you know, is magic, and I don't know if enough of us take the time to realize that and look around and look at the magic that happens every day. And I think if we realize how magical everything was, we would take more care in natural surroundings. We wouldn't drain ponds. We wouldn't burn forests. We wouldn't pollute water. We wouldn't poison our own food. You know, like there's so much to learn from nature. I remember growing up, and one of the labels I had was I was a nature freak. So I wasn't a nature nut. I wasn't, you know, a nature lover. I was called a nature freak. So I was a freak because I loved and was connected to nature. Now I hope we're in a time and place where people don't think that we are freaks because we love nature. I hope we're in a time and place where we are magical because we love nature, you know? Like, let's not make it freaky anymore. Let's make it divine and wonderful and loving and safe and important and, yeah. Let's make it a good thing, not something to fear and fight or dismiss. So for those who have come in a little later and may have not heard, this doodle is called Breaker of Chains. You know, letting go of what we no longer need to carry, what doesn't serve our higher purpose anymore. So we're almost finished this. Just have this one little end to do. And I think it's starting to look okay. Breaking chains. When I say the breaker of chains, my mind thought goes to chain smoking. There was a period of time where I smoked cigarette after cigarette after cigarette, and that was when I quit drinking. I chain smoked and drank coffee like it was going out of style. And I am so glad that I am through with smoking and drinking. I no longer have a craving to do either one. And as well as weed. I used to smoke weed too a lot. And now I don't need it. And I quit coffee. So I no longer need to have a coffee. Like I don't have my body telling me, oh my God, I need a coffee, or I need a cigarette, or I need a drink, or I need to smoke some weed, or, you know, oh my God, I'm stressed out. I need to do this. I need to do that. No, I don't have those body triggers anymore. And I'm so grateful to the universe for allowing me to function without relying on something to keep me calm or to numb pain. So grateful when I'm able to cry and feel the pain. Feeling the pain is unpleasant and it frickin' hurts, but I'm, you know, so grateful for being able to feel it, because there are so many people who don't allow themselves to feel that pain, to process that pain. And to be able to do that is a miracle. It's a gift. And I'm so thankful for creator or creation for allowing me to experience this. It's a privilege. I know there's so many people struggling out there. So I don't take my sobriety lightly. I don't, you know, put myself up on a pedestal and say, oh, I'm better than you because I don't do these things. I'm humble to be able to sit here and say that creation has showed me a life without it and has given me the passion to live a life without numbing the pain. So I'm learning every day. I work on, being grateful to be able to feel the pain and work through the pain and accept the pain. I remember my grandmother saying to me, we're put on this earth to suffer. And I always remembered what she said. And at different times in my life, it meant different things. Sometimes I would think, oh, I think she means she's suffering because she's lonely, or she's suffering because she has, an ailment, arthritis or something, or she's suffering because, you know, all these different things that can make you suffer. And so as I move through my life, suffering can be in so many different forms, you know. Suffering can look different depending on who's doing the suffering, right? The breaker of chains. I think they called Daenerys that on Game of Thrones. The breaker of chains. it's February 5th. I have a work lunch to go to with the Batcha Business Development at noon today, so I get a free lunch today. I wonder if it's Barrow's Pizza or stew or, yeah, I wonder. I think she mentioned it, but I can't remember what she said. Oh, working out a frame again. Yeah, I'm so grateful for the Indigenous Women's Entrepreneur Program. They feed us, they educate us, they bring us together to form strong bonds, and so grateful to the organizers, Kelly, Linda. You guys do such a good job over there. Okay, I guess I'm finished this piece, and there it is. You can look at it that way, and this way. Let's see. Breaker of Chains. Turned out well. I think so anyway. And just like to thank everyone for spending some time here with me in my little hovel. And I know that time is precious. So I thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. And so glad that you've taken the time to come here and check out my doodling. So, see you again soon.